This video is sponsored by RayNeo and the RayNeo Air2. AR, VR, and XR tech is becoming more and more important. And I have here the RayNeo Air2. These are extended reality glasses. So the way these work is you can plug them into a computer and you can see what is on the screen. But the way these are displayed is equivalent to a 201-inch screen at 6 meters away. So you have this huge display in front of you. It looks awesome. I really wish I had a way to show you exactly what it looked like, but you have to have two eyes to look through there and I only have one lens. So I'm gonna do a little bit of visual effects work to kind of simulate what it looks like in this video. I know a 201-inch screen at 6 meters away sounds huge and unmanageable. It's not. It's just like sitting in front of a computer monitor. The distance and width of that is like the perfect, like kind of equivalent to almost sitting like right in front of a 32-inch display, but like further back and you get more detail. When you're looking through these, you see everything. You're not having to turn your head or anything like that, and everything is in focus. The first thing I did when I plugged these into my iPad is I looked at the top left corner to see if the clock was in focus and if I was able to read that, and I was. Now, getting started with these, it's really important to get the setup right. These have 9 different levels of adjustment. So there, you can adjust the temples. That's what the long pieces of the glasses that go over your ears are called. And you can also adjust the nose bridge part as well. It's important to get that right so you're seeing straight ahead. The RayNeo Air2 support myopic frames. There is a magnetically attachable frame for myopic users so they can attach their own prescription to the glasses. When you're ready to connect them to your computer, there is a USB-C port on the back of the right temple that you can just plug in right there. It comes with an angled USB-C cable, so it's for perfect comfort. You don't feel like this heavy cable is coming off the back of your head and pulling it down. Then you just plug it into your device and it kicks over. Now, if you have an Android device, there is an app you can download and you can get this 3D mode to try out. Now, obviously, I don't have Android devices because that's not me, so I didn't get to try that out, but if you do, it might be kind of cool to check out. Now for me, I was primarily using these for productivity. I was plugging them right into my iPad and working with these in Stage Manager mode. So I had this big 16 by 9 inch display that's, the equivalent of a 201-inch display right in front of me, and I was just working right on my iPad. I was opening up Obsidian and writing in it. I was answering emails. I did a little bit of photo editing, a little bit of video editing. I did a little bit of everything. And honestly, the whole time I was super impressed. I was like, these are awesome. The iPad's a great device, but you're very limited in space. I even have the 12.9-inch one, and you're very limited in space. When you get that external monitor mode, you're able to put more things up because now you have that 16 by 9 aspect ratio. With this, I was able to sit in the chair in my office, in the couch in my living room, and just be really comfortable and not have to sit at my desk the whole time. I love my desk, but sitting at it for 8 hours straight is not fun. So what I did most of the time is I just kept my iPad in the Magic Keyboard case and would just use the keyboard and the trackpad on this while looking through the glasses at the equivalent external monitor screen. Now, like I mentioned, the screen is the equivalent to a 201-inch display at 6 meters away. Now, these use the Sony low-power micro OLED displays in them, and it's 2 because you have to have one for each eye. It's a 1080p resolution at 120 hertz at 600 nits. These are incredibly sharp, incredibly bright, and incredibly smooth. In fact, they were so bright, I had to turn the brightness down a notch just because I just wanted it a little darker. The 120 hertz part is the key bit there. So 120 hertz means everything is a lot smoother. So like ProMotion on the iPad Pro or on the iPhone, that 120 hertz just means animations are a lot smoother. They're not as jarring. So that way, you're not going to get motion sick from things being jittery and stuff. Now, when you're using these, the display stays centered. So the iPad external display stays centered. So if I moved over here, it would move to the left with me. If I moved over here, it'd move to the right with me. The RayNeo Air2 have TUV Ryland eye protection certification. This means they are friendly to use in the office for a long period of time. I've also been using the RayNeo Air2 for gaming. They're great for that as well. So I've been playing the Nintendo Switch a lot lately. I've been getting back into Pokemon Violet to prep for the upcoming DLC. I've also been trying to finish Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Boy, is that game long. There's a lot going on in there. But I've been using these to play my Switch. Now, if you're going to use the Switch with these glasses, there is a separate accessory you might want to check out. It's called the JoyDock. This is an external battery pack that can hook right onto the Switch really easily. So I have my Switch right here. Just clips right on, and it doesn't cover any vents or the headphone port. You can just clip it right on, and then you can just plug it right in. Once you have it all clipped in, plugged in, there is a USB-C port to go to the glasses, and then there's a USB-C port for power to charge it all up, or if you just want to play off of power. This has a 10,000 milliamp battery in it. So this will give you an extra 5 hours with your Switch. When you use the JoyDock and the RayNeo Air2 together, you get a 1080p resolution at 120 hertz. So the games are smooth and they look really crisp. There are, like, 1080p is what Switch games tap out at anyway. So there really isn't anything being left on the table. Zelda particularly looks really good through these glasses. The RayNeo Air2 does have built-in speakers. They're right here where, like, kind of right where your ears get clipped on, where the temples go. And for how small they are, they sound incredibly good. So these are dynamic stereo speakers that are built into this. So when you're playing at home or in private or whatever, you don't have to worry about using headphones. You can just use the built-in speakers, and there's volume controls on the buttons right here on the temples. One use case I'm particularly excited to try these in is travel. I haven't had a chance to travel since I got my hands on these, but they are very, very lightweight. So they're not gonna add a ton of extra bulk or heft to my backpack. And I was wearing these for a few hours when I was working the other day, writing some scripts, and they were incredibly comfortable. At no point did I feel like they were heavy, they were pulling on my ears, like, oh, I just need to get these off. I just kind of forgot about it after a while and was just doing my work. I could see these being really nice for flights if you wanted to watch a movie on a big screen, or if you just wanted to get some work done without the person next to you looking over your shoulder and asking, oh, hey, what are you doing there? That happens all the time as a video editor. So this basically means you can bring an external monitor with you wherever you go, and all it's going to do is take up the same amount of space as your sunglasses. You can be productive while getting work done, you can play games, you can watch a movie, whatever. Now, the RayNeo Air2 costs $379. This is a lot cheaper than their other competitors, and especially when you look at Apple's headset. Overall, I really like these. I'm going to continue to use these, especially like when I'm working in this chair or in the couch or something and I just want a bigger screen to work on. I'm gonna keep using these. I really like them. I'm gonna put a link in the description below to where you can go check them out. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, and have a great day.